I liked what you pointed out about not knowing, where an artist may be in their life or career, where maybe they have to take this book and that compromises them mentally or financially, that they don't feel good about. I've done that. I've had VJ gigs where I'm halfway through the night and I don't feel good about standing here and performing for a dollar amount. Yeah, I want artists to have that freedom, and it's tough when we're relying on a booker and we're trying to be a certain way to get chosen. That it can be a toxic dynamic.
For booking. Sure. Yeah. I mean, that whole what you're speaking about can be very toxic and, very discouraging. I see it all the time, not only with myself, with a lot of my peers. And, I'm very fortunate to have like a good job where I can say no to bookings that don't make sense for me, whatever it may be, whatever the offer may be. I think that's a powerful thing to have as an artist, because you're able to establish value for yourself, and then you're also able to take opportunities that are actually worth your time and effort. Sometimes you do have to take a L. Sometimes you do have to be in the red because of an opportunity is just too good to pass up. Those are totally understandable and acceptable. And, again, everything is super different for everybody. So for us to comment and say, hey, don't do this because of X, Y, and Z, it's really hard because of everybody's circumstances, But again, I think at the end of the day, you just got to do what makes sense for you.
I see a lot of promoters, artists advocating for that now. A lot of transparency is being pushed, which is beautiful, I think.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people do push for transparency, and I know at least amongst like my friend group, we try to give each other's ideas and like, hey, this is how much I'm getting booked from this person. I think you could probably get something similar or something close to it. I think a lot of the time people think they can take advantage of artists because it's like, hey, I know you want to be at this show, so I'm going to give you this offer because I know that, And a lot of the times, that's going to be the case. It's like, hey, this festival that I want to go to, that not only will I perform for artists that I really like, but I'll also see all my friends. I can use it as a vacation, et cetera, et cetera. So, they definitely can take advantage of the circumstances. But you just got to be aware of like what you're doing and the repercussions of that.
I love to hear you guys are talking about it. I think, not like the unionization, but just standing behind something, together.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there are predatory promoters. I mean, people who want to put together a show for the dollar amount, and the VJ might be the bottom of that list.
Yeah,
sadly.
I would say like 9 out of 10 times it is. And it's interesting because we're one of the few people who are there at the start of the show, not only at the start, but like, when people are putting up the production, let's say, or whatever it may be, and we're one of the last people to leave. Yep. To me, that doesn't really make much sense on why we're getting paid lesser than everybody else. Sometimes we're there longer than the promoters are, or sometimes the promoters aren't even there at all for whatever case. But I am a big advocate for fair pay, and also, just being understanding of the circumstances that you're putting yourself in.